All right, Shalom. Make sure everything is up. I want to give all praise unto Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Give double honors to our apostles and elders, which are the apostles and elders that rule the great millstone, that have been set up through faith to help seal the elect that the Lord is bringing in. We're at the time of the end, we're in the time of things happening. In this video, I'm not going to make it too long, Lord willing. But this is just a response to the brother Yashawamba's video. ISUPK gonna get a lot of Israelites destroyed. All right, let me get it pulled up real quick. Let me screen share this real quick. All right, let me show that. This is the video right here, as you can see. This is the video with this member holding up a high-power rifle, AK, which is, you got all these terrorist things that's happening because they're gonna try to demonize this truth. They went on Vice shooting guns and pretty much putting it out there that they're militant. Even if you say, oh, you're defending so-called black people, like the brother said, man, that black culture is destroyed us, man. But then Jake wants to keep pushing it on and keep egging it on, man, because what? That's what they're falling back on. They're not turning into a new creature. You must be born again. A born again means you're not the same thing that you was before. All right. You can't come up and put fringes and act like some gangster, man. We're not here to be set up in that way, that manner. And what does it say? One west till they bury me. Well, Esau will, because that sword will come upon you, man. That's the Lord's sword. Who you got to please first? Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and he won't put the sword on you. Okay? Really, that's why it says the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. So I was just going to go through some scriptures and go into some etymology of some scriptures real quick. Let me go. Let me see. Let me see here. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Let me pull it up in Google. Let me type this real quick. Bear with me. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus 28:8. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus. Ecclesiasticus is the book of Sirach 28 and verse 8. It says, abstain from strife, and thou shalt diminish thy sin, for a furious man will kindle strife. All right. I just wanted to go into that word furious, right? I typed in furious, and it is from late 14th century impetus, unrestrained. It says an unrestrained man, okay, will kindle strife. And what's that strife? With us being labeled as what? Terrorists and different things like that, that were militant. Because we were at camp and some dude walked by and said, oh, sorry for interrupting your Black Panther party or whatever. So that's showing they're trying to tie us just because we're speaking against and we're being harsh and we're up there with beards and, standing for something. We're labeled as that militant group. That's why it was set up, man. All that Black Panther thing was set up to what? Take away guns. So all these things that's coming again are set up to what? Take away certain rights and say, look, these guys they're a danger. There's a danger there. All you got to do is show that to an average white person, and they're on the hook with whatever. They're down for whatever. Oh, they're terrorists. They're already afraid of us without no weapons, man. They're already fearful of Jake, man. So now with you doing that and putting that out there, you're adding wood to the fire. That's why it says this. That's why it says right here, it says abstain from strife. All right, because what the Lord is getting ready to fight for us. We didn't wake ourselves up. We were given this great truth to what? Wait upon the Lord. Acknowledge our sins and what? Follow the law to the best of our ability and wait and hope. Be prisoners of hope. They ain't a prisoner of hope when you're trying to stand up with a gun. You're thinking that you're gonna be able to deliver thyself, man. You ain't. Yahweh Shemi Shai is gonna deliver us from this, man. We need the Lord. Esau's on another level, man, when it comes to that sword. It says, abstain from strife, and thou shalt diminish thy sin. For a furious man, an unrestrained man, will kindle strife. So if you're unrestrained and you're putting yourself out there on the line of we're this militant group. Hold on, let me open this and make sure everything is. And you're putting yourself out there on the. All right, Con. Let's go back to here. It says, abstain from strife, and thou shalt diminish thy sin. For a furious man will kindle strife, and an unrefrained or unrestrained. Okay, and then if we look up this word unrestrained, unrestrained is from you know what? Let's go here and look it up. It says unrestrained. Let's go to Merriam. It says not restrained, moderate, uncontrolled, free of constraint. So they're not using wisdom. Okay, they're not using wisdom. Why would you go to vice for anything? Why would you go to the devil for anything if you're building your own thing? You know. But you know, Johanna's already been caught up in the case, man. He's already was put into a position where he had to say, "What? We don't hate white people. The Lord hates the white people." You know, well, all the rape, robbing, and murder that's done to our people, you can't. It's rightful to hate. Okay, they hate us, man. They might put on a smile and say, "Hey, how you doing, Negro?" But at the back of their mind, they don't want to deal with us, man. But the Lord's gonna put that spirit of hate back up in them, man. So they'll do the things that they did in what the lynchings and all those. Let me keep going here. This is the book of. Let me see if I can't get the whole chapter pulled up. Or let me just change it. I'll change it to here and I'll read it. All right. Let me read the rest of this chapter. There's a couple more. This is Ecclesiasticus Sirach 28 and verse 8. Abstain from strife, and thou shalt diminish thy sins. For a furious man will kindle strife. A sinful man disquieteth friends. Let me jump to 12. It says, if thou blow the spark, it shall burn, and if thou spit upon it, it shall be quenched. And what is that? They're blowing the coals of that fire, man. What's that fire to say? What, that we're so-called militants, where we're trying to go above the grain? But that's not how you're supposed to do it, man. You're supposed to what? Go to these scriptures and hope and wait on Yahweh Shemi Shai. Let me read that again. It says, if thou blow quenched, and both of these shall come out of thy mouth. And if you see, dude, he said, what? I'm ISUPK till they bury me. So you're blowing a coal of saying, look, man, I'm gonna fight for this thing till you kill me, man. You see how your words right there, you got to pick and choose your words. Esau's looking for a way to come in and to make us what? Out to be something that we're not. All right, let me get this real quick. This is the book of Psalms. Let me jump into the blue letter so you Akim can see it. And if you Akim can see and hear me okay, hey, Shalom, Mop. Let me see, make sure you Akim can hear me okay. Just let me know. Let me refresh this real quick. Man, Esau fucking with the chat, man, so I really can't even see it. I'm using some bullshit hotel. What the fuck? Hey, Salakia, let me pull this up on my phone so I can make sure that it's actually working. Satan, man. Salakia. All right, Khan, I can see the chat now. So I'm going to jump right into the next. Let me jump into the blue letter real quick. And it's not even letting the blue letter Bible come up. All right, go ahead. I mean, either way, I'll read it from here. This is the book of Psalms 36. This is Psalms 36, and this is verse 16. This is Psalms 36 and verse 16, and it says, 33, Salakia, Psalms 33 and verse 16. And it says, there is no king saved by the multitude of an host. A mighty man is not delivered by much strength. And I say what? Because the gun is like a strength to them. They're putting their faith and they're putting their trust into a weapon, man. All right? Which what? What's our main weapon? Is this scriptures and this truth, man. Okay, we're not zealots, man. We're not on a zealot mission, which these other guys are trying to promote that we are. All right, like the brother Yashwamba said, they're gonna try to blame us. They're gonna try to say, "Oh, these guys is the ones, man." Okay, but let me jump right here. This is Book of Jeremiah. I just wanted to go through these precepts, and then to show that what our weapon, our warfare is what spiritual. That's our main weapon, man. It's cutting to these devils. We didn't have to go and set up no military, and you got the elites that are paying attention to us, man. That's why it says you shall go into the gates of the nobles. How did we go into the gates of the nobles? We didn't go with a tank. We didn't go with no airplane. We went with what? The scriptures. That's the thing that has promoted this and grown this truth, man. Okay? This is Jeremiah 23 and 29. This is Jeremiah 23 and verse 29. And it says, is not my words like as a fire, saith the Lord, and like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces? This word is powerful. This word is what's going to break, man. We cut these guys to the bone, man. We got the elites losing sleep over what we're doing, over the words and the prophecies that we're breaking down. Not guns. The elites are used to that. They supply that, man. They supply these so-called terrorists over there with guns, man. It's nothing to them. They love for somebody to be in that spirit. They love that weapon type spirit because what these elites have propagated that. Just like the elite families, they're into what do you call Lockheed Martin, all these type of weapon based companies. They run it, and it says, "Therefore, behold, I am against the prophets, saith the Lord, that steal my words, every one from his neighbor." And what is that? Setting up the right standard in the belief that needs to be in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, not weapons, man. Okay. Um, that's it on that. Let me jump to Romans. And this is the book of Romans 13 and verse 12. This is Romans 13 and 12. And it says, I'll start at 11. It says that knowing the time now, Salaki, and that knowing the time that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for our salvation is nearer than we believe. The night is far spent and the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness. And going into those weapons, it's like it's cool to have a weapon if you know that's in your thing. But when it comes to what? The world of this darkness is carnal, man. Carnality. That's what we're putting off, and we're putting on what? Spiritual. We're putting on a spiritual armor. We're putting on as spiritual men. Because the Lord is going to give what? He's going to give choice men spiritual power in that day. That's going to be something that's out of this world that you can't go pick up at the local gun store. You can't go pick up spiritual power, man. That's going to be something that's going to be given to the men of Yahweh Shem Yahushai to what? Help them defend against this devil and their weapons, man. Okay, and it says the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. And what's the armor of light? It's this truth. The wisdom and understanding, that's your armor of light. It's not some AK-47, it's an armor of light. It's spiritual, man. Like I said earlier, what is going into these elites' mind is our spirituality. We're fighting them on a spiritual level because they're on the left-hand side, and they get their power from the left-hand spiritual side. So we get our power from the right-hand side, not no guns, man. That's their blessing. Our blessing is being spiritual men. You know what I'm saying? That's what's we're gonna shake the world up with what's coming, man. And it says, let us walk honestly in the day, not as riotous, drunkenness, not as chambering, wantonness, not in strife and envy, but put ye on the Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach, and make no provision for the flesh. Because that weapon is what? A provision for the flesh, man. You're thinking that's what's going to save you and preserve that flesh, man. Okay? Let me get a couple more scriptures and I'm going to close out. Then I want to make this long, man. This is 2 Corinthians 6 and verse 7. And it says, by the word of truth, by the power of Yahweh Shai, by the armor of righteousness on the right hand and on the left. That's what we need to hold, man. Is the armor of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Not no weaponry, not no swords. Those things right there, man, they're gonna perish away. Just like it says, when we get into the kingdom, what are we gonna do? We're gonna burn the guns. We're gonna burn the weapons. It says we're gonna use that as fire, man. We're not gonna deal with those things. We're gonna deal with what? The spiritual aspect. Okay? And let me get this. This is Sirach. This is Sirach 4 and 28. This is the book of Sirach 4 and verse 28. And it says, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. So Yahweh Shem Shai is going to fight for us. If we strive to the truth unto death, man. If they come at us with these weapons and stuff like that, we're going to strive with what? The wisdom and knowledge that we've been given. And it says in 28, Salakia, it says, be not hasty with thy tongue, and in thy deeds slack and remiss. That's it on that. So with that, man, I didn't want to make this long. I just wanted to make the point and give another aspect and just a response to this brother's video. I mean, go check it out. It's a very solid video, man. All right. So if you all can get a chance, go check this video out if you haven't checked it out already. Okay. So with that, I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh Shem Shai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Shai, and the water to you, Akim, and sincere men that's doing this truth and this came by, man. We're almost home, man. But that's why we gotta rebuke this stuff, man, because that's what's gonna be used to say that we're this and say that we're that, man. So with that, Shalom. Keep faith, stay strong. We almost home. Shalom. Yahweh Shem Shai, Barak Shalom.